Good morning, critters. How is everyone doing today? It's a great day. It's a Friday. How can you not love a Friday? End of the work week. You get to relax all weekend. Get to just sit back. The weather's cooling down. It's fall. When is the first day of fall? September 22nd is technically the first day of fall, but I'm telling you, it's here already. It came early. September 12th. Technically, we've got 10 more days until fall, but it's already here. The leaves are going to be changing. It's going to start raining. We're going to start getting those gorgeous days where you just look out your door, you see the rain, you feel the cool air. It's one of the best times of the year. The fall leaves are going to hit the ground. The trees are going to be barren. Nice chill wind is going to blow past. Kids are going to be outside playing in big piles of leaves. Nice crisp air. Man, what a great time. If you have kids, it's one of the best times. You look forward to the winter. The kids go out and they jump in puddles. Man, so many great memories of fall. Good morning to my little chickies in the upper right there. I went out this morning to give them some feed, make sure they're okay. Cleaned off their ramp. And you know, they just gather at my feet. They're waiting for their feed. They're just lovable little chickens. Great little mother cluckers. Hello, Aussie. How are you this morning? Having a great day here already. Watching the chickens just eat their breakfast. You're doing great. Awesome. Awesome. I'm just going through. I opened up my door this morning and I got a nice, wonderful breath of fresh fall air. Even though it's not technically fall, it's getting that way. Fall has come early, and it's just I'm looking forward to the fall rainstorms, watching the leaves turn and fall off the trees, and us heading into winter. And I'm just loving this crisp air that we have. It's invigorating. You watch Lilo and Stitch. Well, that's a big turn from Cars and The Incredibles. That's a really big twist. I've got my coffee this morning. Haven't had coffee in a little bit, so I thought I'd have my coffee this morning. I usually have coffee every day, multiple times a day, because I'm a New Englander, and that's what we do. But I haven't had it for a while, so I thought I'd have my coffee. How was Lilo and Stitch? Have you seen the live action, and does it hold up against the animated? I haven't seen the live action Lilo and Stitch. I don't think I want to be honest with you. I don't want to taint the memory of the animated Lilo. awesome coffee. All these remakes that they're doing, the live actions, you know, I I understand they're capitalizing on their properties and they're just making money. But I don't know, man. I haven't watched a single live action remake, and honestly I don't plan to. It's just not for me. I want to remember the cartoons the way they were. So that's my take on it. I don't know. Have you seen any of the live actions? Are any of them worth watching? I don't know. But I'm old school. You know, I'm set in my ways. I'm an old dog. I don't learn new tricks. That's just me. Um, be interesting to see how they do a live action Cars. That would be weird. I started just grabbing your stuff. Yeah. I started watching Peacemaker yesterday. I haven't watched it. Um, you saw it at the movies? Okay. The live action Lilo? Is that what you saw at the movies? I started watching. Yeah. Okay. And it was good. But it wasn't great, right? You like it? Did you do you like the animation better or the live action? Which really gets it for you? For me, it was all of the, how can I say this? It was the energy of the animation. I like that energy. And I don't think you can recreate it in live action. And I'm sure the actresses, the girls there had a great time making the movie, but I don't I don't feel that. To me it doesn't translate. The animation, of course, yeah. So I started watching Peacemaker last night, and I don't know. I mean, I like the storyline. It's a little bit raunchy, you know, but I think that's what they were going for. I will say better live action Disney as made in a couple of years. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can give it that. Um of the live actions, and take this for what it is because I haven't watched it. It probably is one of the best ones. I still don't think, for me at least, that I'll watch it. I just think Disney in itself has just gone downhill. I think they're just grasping at straws. They've lost all sense of creativity. And that's sad because I mean this was a company that gave us great movies for decades. Only cuz it was Lilo and Stitch, yeah. They did change things though. It's still good though. Okay. Yeah, they probably had to change a couple of things because different directors or things didn't translate from animation to live action. Yeah. I don't understand where they're coming from. I mean, I do and I don't. I understand it from the monetary point of view because they've got these properties and they're going to make money off of them. But I don't understand it from the point of view that there are literally millions and millions of books out there, millions of stories to take inspiration from without recreating something you've already done. And they choose to regurgitate what they already have. My childhood hero plays Peacemaker. Oh, John Cena. Yeah, I like John Cena. I think he's a good actor for what he does. The parts that he plays. I've seen him in a couple of things, and he's got a kind of a youthful joy to him, and he plays his parts well. Um, I like what he said about how he got the part of Peacemaker. He said that he wasn't James Gunn's first choice, and that was okay with him because he didn't want. He wanted to work for what he had, and he wanted to work to make it good. So I don't know. I think as I see some of what the online community says about actors and John Cena and whatnot, and I you got to take all that with a grain of salt. I don't agree with it. I think he's genuinely a nice guy. He at least that's the persona he sets forth. Because I don't know him. Who am I? I'm nobody. I don't know Hollywood people. But from what I see of him, he seems like a nice guy. He he came from wrestling, and I grew up watching wrestling, pro wrestling. WWF is what it was when I was growing up, with characters like Hulk Hogan, Mr. T, Randy the Macho Man Savage, Andre the Giant, Roddy Piper, um, Ric Flair, all these big wrestlers that I grew up watching beat the crap out of each other, even though it was fake. They still hurt each other. They still got injured. Yeah, Macho Man. Snap into a Slim Jim. Yeah. And I lived in a place where they would come often, local, to wrestle. And I got to see them. And it was a lot of fun back in the 80s, you know? And they were never what their personas were. These guys were, for the most part, big teddy bears. It's funny. I watched this woman on YouTube, the Dadvocate, and she put out a video this last week basically saying that all men are just big teddy bears, they're all big softies. And I think that's true, for the most part. Guys are big softies that put on a facade. And, we don't show that facade unless we trust the people that we're with. But I grew up watching, Macho Man take on Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania. And they had a Saturday morning cartoon of it. I love Meet the Robinsons. I really do. Yeah. Your favorite Disney movies? Probably Tangled and Meet the Robinsons. I saw Tangled. I liked it, but I didn't. I liked it, but I wasn't really impressed by it. But Meet the Robinsons, that movie I loved. That was a good movie. Um, Character Goob was great. The backstory and how they presented it's just really, really good. Really good. And I don't know. I was looking through some older Disney movies, live action Disney movies, before they started doing the remakes, and came up with some things like That Darn Cat and I you're too young to remember this, but there used to be a weekly Disney movie on television. And every week we would wait for and look forward to the Disney movie. Disney, I forget exactly what they called it, but um, Disney would put on a movie on television, and they would put on their 60s and 70s movies, and we watch Haley Mills on the television and whatnot, and just love growing up with Disney. And I think they've lost their touch, to be honest. You know what? Search up Meet the Robinson. It came with it. Came up a different language. You know what? Search up Meet the Robinsons. It came up a different language. You got a different language for Meet the Robinsons? It came up in a different language, like a different spoken language? Like you put on Netflix and looked up Meet the Robinsons and it came up in like Japanese or Swedish or something? I I don't know. Oh, search on Google, it was a different language. Okay. But we would wait every week for the weekly Disney movie, and we watched like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, or um, even Old Yeller, Kidnapped. My favorite, though, was The Parent Trap. Have you seen The Parent Trap with Haley Mills? Um, Back in the day, 1961, it came out. Um, you haven't seen it? It's a good movie. It's the premise of the movie is that there are twin sisters, okay, played by the same actress, Haley Mills. They were separated shortly after birth due to a parent's divorce. And one sister went with the father, and one sister went with the mother. And they end up going to a summer camp, both going to the same summer camp. One lives in California, the other lives in Boston. And they meet each other, and they don't get along at all. But and they antagonize each other, and they get punished. And their punishment is to live together during camp. And they find out about each other. They find out that they're sisters, through various conversations. And they decide to swap places. That whole Prince and the Pauper thing. They swap places. One cuts her hair to look like the other. They train themselves to talk the same way. They trade information, and they become passable duplicates for themselves. And they go back to their opposite respective parents, and they try to get them back together. And they've remade this movie with who did they remake it with? Was it? Oh goodness, what's the name? I forget her name. Lindsay Lohan, that's who it was. Yeah, they remade it with Lindsay Lohan. Wasn't as good as the original. Um, but it was still a good movie. But the original Parent Trap had huge stars in it. Brian Keith, who played the father in Family Affair growing up, which is an obscure show that I don't expect you to know, but that's what I know him from. And Maureen O'Hara. I mean, she was a megastar, Maureen O'Hara, just for her eyes. And of course, Haley Mills went on to become a huge star. But we would watch these movies growing up. We wait all week for the Disney Weekly movie. It's one of my favorite memories as a kid, watching these shows. Flubber was another one, which was, this bouncy substance, and then they would run around and bounce all over the place. It's wacky movies for kids. That darn cat, Zorro. And they churned out these movies, but they were great movies, and we loved them. I did get 12 Angry Men. I haven't watched it, but I plan on it, and it's making my watch list soon. So, Bolt was a good movie. Didn't that have Miley Cyrus in it? If I remember, I think she did one of the voices. Yeah, John Travolta and Miley Cyrus were in Bolt, and that was good. I like it. Malcolm McDowell was also in it. Man, that's a name, huh? I don't know if you know who Malcolm McDowell is. A lot of people really don't. I mean, they know him if they see him, but they don't connect the name with the face. But Malcolm McDowell is a huge star. And he did, he's probably most famous and infamous for, and I'm going to go a little off family friendly here, but if I'm remembering this right, he's most famous for two movies: A Clockwork Orange and Caligula. And if you know Caligula, you know. I mean, I think that was in the 80s a rite of passage for every teenage kid to know what that movie is. And maybe we only watched a few minutes of it, but we knew what it was. Goodness. But Malcolm McDowell, my goodness, he was Planet of the Apes. Or was that was a different McDowell, wasn't it? Let's see. That was Roddy McDowell. Yeah, not Malcolm. That was Roddy. My bad. I mixed them up. Have you seen the 90s DC Flash series? Um I I think I have. I get them mixed up, to be honest with you, because I don't know them by the decade they came out. I just watched them. But let's see. The animated Flash I may know it. I like the 2014 Flash with Grant Gustin. I think that is one of the best Flash series um, ever. I mean, it goes off the rails a little bit here and there, but for the most part, it's really a good show. Um, the 90s DC Flash series, was that like, let's see, the Flash. Are you talking about the Wesley Shipp Flash? Where John Wesley Shipp played Barry Allen, and then he came back and played Barry Allen's dad in the new Flash of 2014. Okay, yeah, I do remember watching that when it came out, and I liked it. I thought it was okay. I wasn't really into superhero shows or television in general back in the 90s because I was, I'll be honest, I was living on my own. I really couldn't even afford electricity at the time. I remember there were times in the 90s where I would have to start a fire in a trash can in my backyard to cook food over a grill because I couldn't afford gas for the apartment I was living in. I lived in a 3-story tenement, and it belonged to a friend of the family's, and the agreement was that I would pay $200 a month. In return for such a cheap rent, I would fix up the place and submit receipts and whatnot. And there were times when I couldn't afford anything, you know. But it helped me understand life. It really did. And yeah, it sounds corny and whatnot, but you know, times were different then. Batman and Flash and Nightwing are your favorite DC heroes. Batman is one of the most iconic in the world. I mean, if you don't really love Batman, you're not really understanding, I think, Western culture. Batman is awesome. And the Flash and Nightwing, Batman's number 1, Nightwing's number 2, and the Flash is number 3. Yeah. Batman, to me, is like, he's the hero looming in the background. Flash is the face of heroes, and Nightwing is like, if Batman would actually be real, he'd be Nightwing. Because I think Nightwing's character was more fleshed out than Batman could ever be. So, in fact, I've been seeing a lot of clips of Batman and Nightwing, and when he became Deadwing and all of that. And what do you mean about that, Nightwing? Because I think Nightwing, I know a lot more about Nightwing than I do about Batman. I mean, yeah, you know Batman is Bruce Wayne, and you know his parents were killed and whatnot, but you connect more with Nightwing. You feel more. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I feel that I can understand Nightwing a bit better. You know, he was Robin. He wants to get out from under the shadow of Batman. There was a comic where Batman said he would be a better Batman than him. Yeah, and I think he would be. I think Nightwing would be. Definitely. You know, you've got Damian. Damian would be a horrible Batman. Um, you know, but Nightwing. Yeah. And then you've got the Flash. And I think there's a lot of, well, here's my question to you. You know, you say the Flash, but which Flash? Are you a Barry Allen guy, or are you um, an original Flash? You know, are you? Sorry, something's going on outside there. I just have to look outside. Just 1 second. Okay. Yeah, just kids running around outside. So, so you're a Barry Allen fan, okay? And I think, in my opinion, Barry Allen is the best Flash. You know, they've got different Flashes, Kid Flash, you know, this Flash, that Flash. But in my opinion, Barry Allen is the best. And they say he's not the fastest Flash, but I think he is. Batman dies and Nightwing takes the role of Batman. Yep. Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I haven't really read comics in like religiously since, and you're going to laugh, since the death of Superman. That was the last comic that I read and really waited for every single issue to come out and went and got it as soon as it came out. And really, that's because I couldn't afford to buy the comics and read them. But I remember when the death of Superman came out, and you know, there was the Doomsday, and all of these characters died, and then Superman came out and and was fighting Doomsday, and I remember reading these comics. I'm like, they're gonna kill Superman, and sure enough, that's when it happened. And then when Superman came back, and then there was Steel and the clone, and the proto Superman thing, and way too many. It just got, I was overwhelmed with the explosion of DC Comics after the death of Superman. I couldn't keep following it. And I've only just started to get back into comics. Like, I started reading Sandman and Lucifer and comics like that. More graphic novels than comics. I used to get the Marvel comics and practice my drawing them. I have some old pictures of that I drew of Iceman and Wolverine, and I'll post them on Instagram and whatnot. And they came out pretty good. Spider-Man's your favorite Marvel? Yeah, Spider-Man's pretty good. Toby, yes. Toby, I think, is the best cinematic Spider-Man. Tom Holland's pretty good, but I don't think I think Toby captured Spider-Man the way he was meant to be. Yeah. Um, I love, I love those movies. And I loved when they brought him back and he's still, oh, my back. Oh, I love that little Easter egg in, in the new Spider-Man. That was great that they put that in. Yeah. What do you think of the Spider-Verse movies? Are you into those? Do you like them? The Miles Morales ones? Think you'll watch that tonight? The whole trilogy? You're gonna binge it? Those are good movies. I'm telling you. I just got the Blu-ray of Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm loving it. I'll probably watch that tonight. Yeah. The whole, and I think they could have done so much better with that Madam Web movie. They could have nailed it, but they didn't. They really should have put more thought into it because they could have done so much better. And hot take, I loved Morbius. I thought Morbius was a great movie. I know people didn't like it, but Jared Leto, he was wonderful as the Joker. And I think they lost out when they didn't capitalize on him being the Joker. And when he played Morbius, is just wonderful. Yeah, it's a great movie. So another one that pops up into my YouTube feed is the Easter egg of Nicolas Cage as Superman. And I remember when all the buzz was coming out that Nicolas Cage was going to play Superman. And I was looking forward to it. You know, to be honest, though, I don't think he would have done a good job. I would have loved to have seen it. I don't think he would have I don't think he would have done a very good job playing Superman, but I would have loved to have seen it. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, the Ghost Rider movies were great. He nailed that character. He did. Yeah. I did just watch him with oh, what did he, what was the name of it? I watched him with um what was the name of the, oh goodness. Ah, yes. The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Him with Pedro Pascal. I watched that movie not too long ago, and yeah, he plays himself very well. Um, yeah, that movie was a lot of fun. So I think it's always fun when actors can laugh at themselves. You know, I actually own 8 of Spider-Man. I only need the Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, I I have them all digitally, and I have them all also physically, but I only have a couple on Blu-ray. I want to get them all on Blu-ray. I keep my eyes out for them, and I'm trying to. I only buy movies now on Blu-ray, and I don't buy them at full price either. I wait for them, and you're gonna laugh. I wait for them to show up at my thrift store because I can go to my thrift store and buy Blu-ray movies for $2. And because people buy them and they watch them and then they, for some reason, they get rid of them. And these movies, some of them aren't even opened. You know, I have gotten dozens of movies from my thrift store that are Blu-ray, perfect condition, that aren't even opened, and it's crazy. Something about Gen X, we just learned to be thrifty. We learned to budget and you know, if you looked at the shelves of movies that I have, you would think that I went broke buying all of these, but I'll be honest, I paid fraction of what they actually cost. Because of where I shop. It's crazy. I went to watch Across the Spider-Verse with my auntie. We were so into the movie that when it ended, we were like, no, yeah, I get that. I do. I get that. You're watching a movie and you don't want it to end. I get that way with books too. You're reading a book and you're so into the characters, and then the story ends and you're like, well, no, there needs to be more. I need to know what happens. There's one author I really, really love. He does a really good job. Brandon Sanderson. And this one series called Mistborn. And it's 6 books long. Brandon Sanderson. He writes a lot of Dungeons and Dragons stuff. He's very into that, but he also wrote a series called Mistborn. And this story, it's 6 books long, and it goes over a couple generations. And the best ones are the first 3 books. But you get so wrapped up in these characters and who they are, and you get to know them and how they interact with each other. You just don't want the story to end. It's just so much fun. But I know you're not a big reader, but if you get audiobooks, get the graphic novel, not the graphic novel, the graphic audio version of Mistborn. Because I'm telling you, you want a good story, you want to hear a good story, Mistborn's a good story. I didn't get to watch any movies last night. I had a lot of work to do. I actually made some grape jelly last night. My son went out and picked a bunch of grapes from our vines, and I was processing them yesterday afternoon and got to working with it and turned it into some grape jelly, and it turned out pretty well. I think we got a good 20 jars of half pints of grape jelly. And when you can things, not every jar seals properly. So you lose some, especially when you water bath jars and whatnot. Sometimes the water gets into the jar and you don't really, it doesn't set, it mixes and it doesn't seal. Good morning, Nori. How are you? I was just talking about how I did some canning last night. I made some grape jam. My son, like I said, he went out and picked some grapes, and I processed it all last night and made some grape jam. Got a good 20 jars of grape jam in there, and it's really, really tasty. And not as much sugar as the store-bought jam either. Really into the Avatar movies. Glad the jam turned out. Yeah, it did. It turned out really well. The Avatar movie, I liked the first one. I really couldn't get into the second one, to be honest with you. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'll rewatch it and see if it's really good. Maybe I just wasn't in the right mindset for the Avatar second movie. But those things are long. Oh my goodness, they're long. You like the second one more for some reason? Yeah. I'll tell you something strange. I liked the Avatar The Last Airbender original movie, the live action, the first one that everyone hates. I liked that movie. I thought it was pretty good. You did too? You like it? Yeah, I thought it was really good. And I liked the live action series too. It wasn't even that bad. Yeah, I liked it. You know, everyone's dissing the movie. I thought it was pretty good. But I like a lot of movies that people say are horrible, like the Morbius movie that nobody liked. Uh, you haven't seen it? It's fun. If you like Avatar: The Last Airbender, you got to at least give it a shot. You know, and 3 episodes of the Avatar cartoon. I liked the series with Aang better than the series with Korra. I like that one better. The VFX were super cool for its time, but the acting was a little funky here and there. Yeah, yeah, the acting was a little bit off, and yeah, the effects were pretty good. I I just liked that they made the movie. I thought it was really cool. They took this from a cartoon into a movie, and they were bringing it alive. I feel like Korra was way more modern. Exactly. Yeah. And that's why when I play Dungeons and Dragons, I set it in the universe where from before the artificers are in the world, you know, because you don't play Dungeons and Dragons for people to have guns, you know? Yeah, exactly. Avatar should not be steampunk. It shouldn't be motorcycles and whatnot. I mean, even the the drilling equipment of the first Avatar was a little bit much for my. I thought that was a little out of place. You know, when they're drilling into the walls of Ba Sing Se. So, haven't played Dungeons and Dragons. You know, I can see that, but you know, I'm an '80s kid, and that's what we did because you know we didn't have the internet. We had to put our imagination to work for us. So we played Dungeons and Dragons. I remember playing Dungeons and Dragons in elementary school and filling out a character sheet during lunch at the lunch table. And yeah, but I would host D&D games for my kids and their friends. And I tried to make it as interactive as possible. I got you may know the game where you've got this wooden T-shaped thing with two rings on a string on either end, and you're swinging the rings to catch it on a hook, and then you move the shot glass left and right if you get it on the hook. Well, I would fill the shot glass with like pickle juice or something, and have them meet in a tavern to play these games, and they would do that in real life as they're playing out their characters in Dungeons and Dragons, and they loved it. They loved it. I love doing that kind of stuff with my kids. We had a blast. I actually hosted a Dungeons and Dragons Discord server for about a year, and it was a play-by-post server. No voice, just text, and you would log in and play your turn and wait for others and whatnot. That was a lot of fun. I had to stop it because, you know, when you host a Discord server, you get all kinds of people in. And some of these people are not quite in the right mindset for what you would like them to be. And they tried to turn it into something that it really wasn't. You know, and it kind of ruined it. So it was good for a year, and we had a lot of fun, but you know, things end. Everything ends. If things didn't end, you wouldn't like them for what they are when they're going on. But if you get a chance, Aussie, and you're able to play Dungeons and Dragons, give it a shot. You know, you may like it. You get to experience yourself as someone else, and you get to embrace something you wouldn't normally be in real life. It's play acting, it's escapism, and it's a lot of fun. And it's funny, we have a healing potion flask up on the bookshelf over here with two dice in it, and we shake it every day to see how much life we regain, and we try to get the max value back. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Haven't played Dungeons and Dragons in a long time now. I remember I played this one character who was a adult who was cursed to live in the body of a child. And because they did something childish, and the witch said, since you act like a child, you'll live as a child. And this character would go around and tell stories like, I don't know if you've ever seen Animaniacs, but there's this kid that goes into an elevator and he says, one day Randy Newman's dad did this and that and the other, and he just goes on and off on this rant about what Randy Newman's dad did. And I would have this character tell these stories and just go on and on all in one breath. And I'd start every story with, and I took a deep breath, and then go on and on with this huge wall of text and about this story. Still deciding what movie to watch tonight. You should watch one of the Spider-Man movies. Definitely watch Tobey. You can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with Spider-Man. But it was fun. Nori, have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons? You ever dive into that universe? It'd be interesting to see what Dungeons and Dragons character you guys might choose for yourself. I like to play a rogue, you know, but I like stealth games, PC stealth games, and one of my favorites is Dishonored. I like sneaking around and attacking from the shadows. I play snipers a lot too, and first-person shooters. Just like scoping out things. Tried to play the what is that? The Vampire Dungeons and Dragons series with my kids, but they, again, that attention span just wasn't in it. They were more for the one shots than they were for an overreaching arc storyline. So when we played with the kids, it would always be a one shot. You know, we tried doing the whole, all right, we're going to meet like twice a month and we'll play and we'll build the story, but you know, it doesn't work out. So we just did one shots and they were fun. Another underrated movie from Disney was Atlantis. Have you guys seen that movie? It just came to mind. I'm looking at my shelf and I see Atlantis sitting there. I'm like, you know, that movie was pretty good. That's got, who does it have in it? Let's see. Michael J. Fox. Yeah. As Milo. And of course, it has James Gardner in it. I think it had Aquaman in it. No, wrong Atlantis. Wrong Atlantis. This one was not that Atlantis. But, yeah, this was definitely a steampunk movie. And, who was the girl in that? The character of the girl was great in that movie. I forget her name. But I'm looking at my shelf and I'm seeing some of these movies that were really, really weird, like Return to Oz. Lion King was the best live action Disney movie. I have not seen it. Yeah, I totally forget about it. Yeah. Like I said, I haven't seen any of the live action Disney remakes. And, but if it was good, then great. Wasn't that all CGI? That, the Lion King remake? But some of these movies that I'm looking at, and I'm thinking, how were they ever kids' movies? Because Return to Oz is scary. That's a really messed up movie. And there was another movie. What was it called? I ain't joking. I'm sure it was all accurate. Yeah. Well, it was probably a shot-for-shot remake, wasn't it? The Lion King. Something Wicked This Way Comes. That was the name of the movie. Something Wicked This Way Comes. And that was a scary movie for kids to watch back in the day. But I remember even Gremlins was scary. I mean, not by today's standards, but back when it came out, Gremlins was a scary movie. And they marketed this as a kids' movie. But I remember when I was little, I watched The Exorcist. I mean, that is not a movie any kid should watch. But I remember when I was really little, I watched The Exorcist. That was crazy, watching that show. And Poltergeist. Man. I saw the remake of Poltergeist. That was good. Since when is that a kid's show? Yeah, it wasn't a kid's show. Poltergeist, The Exorcist, it wasn't. But I remember watching it when I was little. But I bring it up because I was looking at my bookshelf, and there on the kids' shelf, there, right next to Ramona and Beezus, is Return to Oz. And I'm thinking to myself, I remember Return to Oz. And Return to Oz was a scary movie. It's messed up. I mean, some of these characters are really kind of freaky. You know, and the actress, I mean, she went on to star in The Craft, and that's a freaky movie. It's fun as all, but um, you know, and she played that character so well. Oh my lord! I don't know if you've seen the movie The Craft, but if you want a good horror movie for Halloween that's coming up, The Craft is the movie to watch. It's fun. Moana tonight? All right, because it popped up on your TV. Moana's fun. I love all the music in Moana. I mean, but I'm a huge Elvis fan. And who's that artist? Who am I thinking of? It sounds just like Elvis. Let's see. Steven Sanchez. Yeah. Have you heard that song When I Found You? It's a little bit, it's out there. It's a few years old. Steven Sanchez, that he's got a voice on him. Good lord. The Rock was in this. Yeah. What can I say except you're welcome? Yeah. Yeah, he's fun. He's fun to watch. Yeah, Until I Found You, Steven Sanchez. Let's. If I put it on, they're gonna copyright strike me when I put this on YouTube. That's horrible that they do that. You can't even put that stuff on. You like the original song better? Yeah. Let's see. There's a lot of artists out there that they're bringing that sound back, and I love it. That rockabilly sound, you know. I remember back in high school, I really got into Harry Connick Jr. and the crooners that would sing. And I don't know what type of music you're into, but I like old music, classic rock. I like um, yeah, you love Until I Found. Yeah, it's a good song. It really is. I love the whole genre, you know. But again, I grew up with that. I grew up watching Sha Na Na and watching watching Michael Jackson on television. But and if you don't know, Sha Na Na was a group in the 60s and 70s that really leaned into that rockabilly sound, the whole deep 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 bomba deep boom. You know, that whole doo-wop. I like Dion, Neil Sedaka. I like the oldies. And I like some of the I really love the Fallout soundtracks. You know, the in fact, there is a YouTube station, a YouTube channel that I watch, Old Time Radio, and they play all of the soundtracks, all the songs from games like Mafia and LA Noire and Fallout, and they play it like 24 hours a day. It really is wonderful. In fact, let me bring it up. We'll play it in the background a little bit. But it's really good. Let's see. What kind of music are you guys into? You know, what do you guys like? Are you hard rock? Are you metal? Are you blues, jazz, funk, pop? K-pop, boy bands? What do you like? Who knows? Who knows? Not judging, just wondering. Oh, the camera is moving around. Our critter cam decided it wanted to move on its own. Here we go. Hello, ladies. My little ladies wanted to have some fun out there. Maybe they wanted to sneak around and not let me see what they were up to. Maybe they're plotting their great escape. Who knows? So we were playing We Happy Few, and let's go ahead and bring up the game. We'll get into it. We'll play a bit, have some fun, and been chatting for a little while, so it's time to start to play the game. There we go. We Happy Few. Good music in this game. Surprising how much effort is put into some of these games.
The undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns.
There we go. All right. So we left off yesterday. We got into our we got into our base, and we decided we were going to just rest and work some things out, and get ready to finish up some side quests. So let's see. We still have the treehouse we're gonna do. We've got hallucinogenic salad and the cult of Jack. So we wanted to be in tip-top shape so we could go in and complete these quests. And we wanted to unload as well, because we've got a lot of stuff in our inventory. So let's... Where's our thing? Here. There it is. Alright, let's see. Sort by weight. There we go. So we want to get rid of a few things. Used up gas mask, we can get rid of that. Proper shoes, trainers. We're wearing the trainers, so we want to keep them on us. What else? Can we deposit? What makes them go crazy? The joy does. The drug that they take called joy, it messes with their perception, so they escape reality, and then when they come back to reality, they can't cope. And that's what does it for them. And then you've got the hallucinogenic mushrooms for some of the other guys that makes them crazy as well. So, yeah, the joy. And when they're on the joy, they go crazy as well, because, you know, like in the first scene, the tutorial where you're learning the controls and whatnot, they bust open a piñata, but then because you're not on your joy, you realize it's not a piñata. It was like a big rat or something. So yeah, that makes them crazy. Oh man, that is good coffee. Loving the coffee. So we're going to keep the shovel on us because lots of times we do need a shovel. We've rested, we've eaten, we've drunk, we're good to go. And we're going to do the find 10 ephemeral linens in the mystery house. So let's do that. Yeah, the two guys behind the curtain there. Yeah. This is definitely not a kid's game. Definitely not. So let's see. Yeah, it was a little bit more off color than I thought it would be, but it's still fun. It's fun to play, you know, games with adult humor now and again. You know, you get tired of being so wholesome all the time. I remember there were so many things that I had to censor because my kids were around. And in fact, I've got on my media server, I've got whole folders just called, you know, adult. And not because it's porn, but because it has adult themes and stuff I didn't want my kids to have access to. But now my kids are grown. And, you know, if they want to watch that kind of stuff, they can. You know, I'm not gonna stop them. But shows like Gavin and Stacey, I mean, that is a show that is so not for kids. I mean, it's probably not for most adults. Stan and Mitch in a different universe, yeah, they definitely Stan and Mitch.
I never could understand people off the bat, but if he thought long and hard about what happened, he got quite a bit.
But you know, I've got entire folders of media that are full of things that are just slightly off color, like some harem animes where the guy is trying to get with tons of different girls, and you know, just silly humor. Stuff that's not for little kids, but it's not so bad that, you know, you wouldn't watch it in the company of others. All right, so let's uh-oh. They found me. We've got to
I think he's about to go.
get serious here. All right, 180, 170. Yeah, imagine them. They zap each other and Stan and Mitch. Yeah, all these guys are high on mushrooms. I think the next game maybe would be Road 1. What is it? It's the Road 96 Mile Zero, I think it is. The prequel to the game. Maybe we should play that next. Alright, so here we are at the treehouse.
Bloody hell. Oh, bloody hell. Why are we doing this to each other?
Alright. Alright, so we're here. We need to find a way to get in, I think. And what does that say? Hello. No admittance to mundane minds. Enter when the doors of your perception have been cleansed. So I think we need to take a mushroom. Yeah, in Mitch's voice. With pleasure. Alright, let's see. We've got a mushroom here. Histoplasma. That's a rotten mushroom. Where are the hallucinogenic mushrooms? Curious device? Who knows what... Oh, yeah, that was the one that we used to get into... There we go. Histoplasma. Alright, so we should be able to get in now. You're gonna play Road 96 again? I'm telling you, it's a good game. I love it. It's one of my favorites now. Lead pipe, metal bits. But yeah, I'm curious about the sequel to it, or prequel. Hello.
I'm calling the authorities. You're not from around here.
Whoa. Oh yeah, the music is so very relaxing. Alright.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know what the hell just happened. Find the strange. Find the source of the strange. We need to get back in. Warning, you are trespassing. We need to get past her.
Who's there? I'm not cooking for you.
And she knocks us out again. How are we supposed to find the source of the strangers without being seen? Alright, yeah. So we've got to sneak. I've only got so many mushrooms left. Can we go around the back, maybe? Can't go in there. Yeah, there aren't all that many games that really lure you in with the music. like that one does. LA Noir does. That has a great soundtrack to it. So we're trespassing. Can we hide? We don't want to be seen, so we have to hide. Two people over there. And then this guy.
Of the watchtowers of the sky, ye who walk the battlements that keep the shapeless at bay.
So we got to get past these guys. All right. We've managed to get into a third room.
Who's there? You don't belong here. Get out.
I don't think Father McCartney would approve.
I love it.
Ah, they got me again. Oh man, this is tough. Cleanse the doors of your perception. I'm gonna have to get more mushrooms soon. Be better if there were more places to hide. You know, like under a table or whatnot. Can I run past? Ah.
Who are you hiding from, you bloody lurker?
All right. So we made it into a bathroom. Cloth scrap. Ooh, I found one. 2, 3. All right, so I got 3 out of 10 of the ephemeral linens. Got another mushroom, which is good because I'm going to need it. Anyone out there? Someone there. Someone there. How many points do we have? Can we... We have 14 points, so we need to do some more stealth. Okay, and OU. People will ignore your annoying habits. Jumping, crouching, and running no longer annoy people. Okay. That's 8. We have 9 points available. Sneak thief. Silently pick locks, jimmy windows, and search containers. Jimmy bars are and disarming tools last longer. Or people will ignore your annoying habits. The staring jump. I think we need that. Okay. We have 1 point, so we need to get more points. Oh. Can't be seen. Go away, people. Ah. You didn't see me.
You want to play hide and seek? I love it.
Okay. So we're in a closet.
This is a waste of both our time. Come out and take your medicine.
We barely escaped that one. There's somebody right outside there. Gotta hydrate. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anyone out there. That's where we came from. Alright, so we're downstairs.
Don't think I won't sniff you out.
Ooh, a book. Undertaker. Heck yeah. Increases corpse carrying and movement. Alright. We got a lot of things we haven't read. Soviets take Berlin, modest proposal. Tub. A lot of things. We'll get into that stuff later. We've got 1 point. Ephemeral linen. We've got 4 ephemeral linens out of 10. Okay. Ooh, another dig spot. Ah, good thing we kept that shovel. Wine cellar. I wonder if this is part of the story or just there.
Don't worry, we'll find
Oh,
you and we'll
oh.
fix you up.
Oh. They're out there. I see you. But do you see me?
This is a waste of both our time. Come out and take your medicine.
Don't come in here. Just walk on by. This is nerve-wracking. There are just so many people in this house. I'm pretty sure I've got to go that way
Guardians of the world,
Ye guardians
we
of the
call
world.
to you and beseech
without being seen.
be here with us now.
Be here now. Come, ye guardians of the watchtowers of the sky. Ye who walk the battlements that keep the shapeless at bay.
Still waiting for that person
Guardians of
to
the
leave.
We call to you and beseech you. Be here now.
They're gonna see me, and I'm gonna get blown out of the house again.
Come, ye guardians of the watchtowers
I know it.
of the sky. Ye who walk the battlements
Come,
that keep the
ye
shapeless
guardians
at
of
bay.
the watchtowers of the depths,
Hail, ye
you who
guardians of the
hoard
world.
the mysteries
We
and
call
the
to you
words that
and
may not
beseech
be
you.
spoken aloud.
Be here now.
Hail, ye guardians of the worlds, we call to you and beseech you. Be here with
Come on,
us
go
now.
past.
Towers of the sky. Ye who walk the battlements that keep the shapeless at bay.
Goodness, how am I gonna get out of here?
Of the worlds. We call to you and beseech you. Be here now.
Come on, turn around. Go away.
Come, ye guardians of the watchtowers of the depths.
Ye guardians of the worlds.
Don't worry, we'll find you and we'll fix you up.
Here now.
And there's no other way out of this basement, is there? I don't think there is.
Towers of the sky. Ye who walk the battlements
Yeah, there's no other way out of here. I've got to go through
Come,
here.
guardians of the world.
Want to play hide and seek?
We call
I
to you
love it.
I think the only thing I can do is go out and be blasted out of here. I think that's the only way forward.
hail, ye guardians of the world.
Come, ye guardians of the watchtowers of the sky. Ye who walk the battlements that keep the shapeless at bay. Hail, ye guardians of the world. We call to you and beseech you. Be here now.
Let's pick the lock.
Come, ye guardians of the watchtowers
Ah,
of
they
the
found me. They found me. Let's eat something and... Actually, we need to heal. There we go. And we need another mushroom. Find the source of the strangeness without being seen. I am trying.
At bay. Hail, ye guardians of the worlds. We call to you and beseech you. Be here now.
What the bloody hell are you? So get out! Leave my
Ah. Goodness. I've got to get up those stairs. So racing past them doesn't work.
I'm not entirely sure they're Anglicans.
Yeah, they're not Anglicans.
Be here now. Come, ye guardians of the watchtowers
Okay.
of the sky.
Ye guardians of the watchtowers of the depths.
Alright, so I managed to make it up the stairs. And they're going down over there. already got a shovel. Don't need another.
Who's there?
Come, you guardians of the watchtowers of the sky. Ye who walk the battlements that
All right.
keep the shape
So we're safe in here for now. Oh, gonna stretch. Need to stretch.
to you and beseech you.
Goodness.
Be here now. Come, you guardians of the watchtowers of the sky. Ye who walk the battlements that keep the shapeless at bay.
Right outside the door.
Hail, ye guardians of the worlds. We call to you and beseech you, shapeless at bay.
Okay. So maybe when that person goes down,
Guess we'll never know all ours.
I can go. So they're going down.
You want to play hard? This isn't your house.
Are the
There's the one what done it.
All right.
Doing?
Well, at least they're not blasting me out of the house. Creeper. Reduces noise. Last time there was a piano, there was a code we had to put in where you played a note and whatnot. So I wonder if there is something like that here. There is. I always unlock the windows because I never know if I'm gonna need to get in through one later.
This is a waste of both our time.
5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 2 more that I need. 9, 1 more. 1 more ephemeral linen. So where is that gonna be?
I can't run with all this stuff. You better throw something away before something starts chasing you.
Okay, let's see if we can make some things. Made a healing balm. Make some bandages. A lot of repair kits. Some Jimmy bars, we're gonna need those.
Never drop some stuff, Arthur, or it's gonna be tediously slow going.
What else can I make? Okay. So let's see, what can we drop? We have 4, got all that. I don't need all these shovels, so I can drop one of them. We'll drop those. And that should be 10 ephemeral linens. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6? No, I remember more than that. I thought we had more. I could have sworn we had more than that. Let's see. What does the quest say? Find 10 ephemeral linens. But we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. I could have sworn we had more, but... that's alright, we'll find them. Before I leave this area, is there anything else that I need to look at? Anything at all? I don't think so. All right. So they saw me, but they didn't get to zap me. All right. They're still there. Come on, you gotta go away. I don't know if this makes them calm down faster or not, but we'll give it a shot. I feel like it did.
You're here. I know you're here.
Ah, that's where we came in. Okay. That's the first door.
I'm
not personal.
Come, ye guardians of the watchtowers of the dead.
We had to get rid of her. Had to.
And the words that may not be spoken aloud. Hail, ye guardians of the world. We call to you and beseech you. Be here now.
Lots of cloth scraps around.
Oh, come on, you pack rat. You can't take all this with you.
Yeah, let's get rid of another shovel. Because I think I picked up... Yeah, I picked up another one. What else do I have a lot of? Still only have 6 ephemeral linens. Sort by weight. And that stuff's the heaviest. Okay. We need those mushrooms, because if we get zapped out, we need to get back in. Ah, there we go. 7. Who puts a frying pan in a picture frame? Who does that?
Don't come back! You got a bloody nerve.
Can't we work something out? No?
You want to play hide and seek? It's him! He's the...
That's for knocking down my blocks in nursery.
Okay. Duct tape. That's good. More duct tape. A cricket bat. I don't think we're gonna need the cricket bat, but... Alright, so that's the basement. We've been down in there. Oh, a power cell. Okay. Sleep gives you slightly more health. Okay. Yep, we've been in here. We got the cloths from in here. And we've been in here. Alright. So we need to go upstairs. And yep, so we've been there. All that's good. So we've been all around. Okay. No, I didn't want to do that. Go back up. Alright, let's search. There we go. Come on, short spike. There we go. Alright. Now, still need to find more linens. And I think everyone's been neutralized, but I'm not sure.
Oh, you're not a bloody mule. Pick what you can carry easily.
Alright, let's get rid of the cricket bat, the branch. Don't need those things. They're empty. Empty. Ah, there we go. Ephemeral linen. Just lying there. How many of those do we have now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 2 more. Two more ephemeral linens. They gotta be around somewhere. That was empty. 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 That's all empty. All right. Come on, you guys. Where are you? Now that everyone is neutralized, I can look around a little bit closer. Empty, empty. We're missing 2 ephemeral linens. And they've got to be around somewhere. Not over there. Are they around here? I feel that... Ah, there's one. So we need one more. One more ephemeral linen. Where are you? You little bugger. We're gonna find you. Yep, there they are. All right. Give the loony the 10 ephemeral linens. Okay. All right, let's get out. Quest complete. The mystery house. Yes, but how do I get out of the mystery house? There we go. All right. Now, where do we need to go? Treehouse. Oh. That way.
Who's she talking to?
Maybe we couldn't have fought back. Why did we help them?
I hope you like this sort of thing.
Brilliant.
There we go.
Now we can make the suit of blending. Here's the secret instructions.
All right. Craft a suit of blending. Proper suit, suck up tea, mojo, Jimmy bar repair kit, torch. How do I craft a suit of blending? I'm not sure how to craft a suit of blending. Suit of blending. All right, what do I need? A sewing kit and ephemeral linen. And I've got 13 of them.
If you won't play, I won't play.
Strange how everyone looks the same.
I need a sewing kit.
Ooh, look at that.
Head knocker. You know what? Let's get a head knocker.
Maybe if I hadn't smoked in high school, I could carry a bit more.
And we'll get rid of lead pipe. And can we get rid of some other things as well? Water filter, disposable safe cracker. No, we need those things. Get rid of some scotch.
Yes, the other agents find that very useful.
All right. So we need to get a sewing kit. So what quest are we going to do now? Hallucinogenic salad.
Sometimes people get confused about the garden district.
All right. And this is here. All right, let's do it.
Toys and tiny beds.
So we're going to move on until we find a sewing kit. We're going to do the hallucinogenic salad. Bridge was added to your journal. Okay.
Arthur, you're not a bloody mule. Pick what you can carry easily.
Okay. Make some more healing balm. Okay. We got 4 points. But we really can't do anything with just 4 points, can we? No. What can we get rid of? Empty power cells. Let's just go on. We're going to need to unload again. It's day 11. We're still not out of Wellington Wells. $400 meters. At least they're not attacking us. Probably because it's not nighttime. Here we are with the Cult of Jack.
Hey, you don't live here.
I've always liked you, actually.
Alright. Cricket bat, no. No. Alright, so what are we after? I think we need to... More empty power cells. Yeah, we need to go around this area. What's in here?
Hello, I'm Uncle Jack, and this is Well. Ask yourself a few questions. Do you feel pain in your bones? Are you having trouble catching your breath? Do you bruise easily? Are your teeth a little loose in their sockets? Is your mouth often dry? Do you find your muscles are sore, even when you haven't been overusing them? You have scurvy. And congratulations, this is one of our traditional English enemies. And like all traditional English enemies, we've beaten it before, and we'll beat it again. Now, why are you getting scurvy when you're not on a boat? I'm afraid some of you have been a bit naughty. You're not having your traditional English 2-veg. If you're eating millet bread or moss cakes, they are not good sources of the sea. And I'm sad to say, victory meat does not contain any vitamin C. But not to worry, fresh meat contains vitamin C. So, if you can get some fresh rat, you're all set. If you can't get meat, then remember, lots of weeds have vitamin C.
Wow.
Sorrel
Tried to
has
take a vitamin
48
and went down the
milligrams
wrong
of vitamin
pipe.
C for every 100 grams you eat. Chicory has 24. Clover and dandelions are smashing sources of vitamin C. In fact, I think it's safe to say that just about anything that's green and grows in the ground contains some vitamin C. Well, I'm afraid we've come to the end of our time. Tune in again next time when we'll talk about malaria. It's not nearly as bad as it sounds. Most people survive it.
Most
This
people.
is Dr. Jack Worthing, saying my prescription for you is to stay well.
Well.
I wonder what they'd do if I powered that TV set. Probably throw a party in front of it. Leaving all their houses empty.
Okay. So how do we power the TV set? What's going on up there? Doop-a-doo.
This too shall pass, I suppose.
Stay out of the fog. It bites.
The fog bites. Stay out of the fog. Ah.
During your service during the war, sir. And I think I can assure you that the next war will be a string of English victories like you never even imagined. After all, as we all know, English
Okay, so let's go around.
Tax, with Victory Day coming up, please let me know how you're planning to spend the holiday.
All right, so we've got to climb around and get out of there. There we are. What was that? Oh, nuts.
There's the one who did it.
That must have been a tripwire. Now I gotta run.
I see you, you murderer!
I'm gonna have everybody chasing me.
You did it.
I wish I kept in shape. Oof.
I gotta keep an eye out for those tripwires. All right. Let's head back.
We figure out.
Okay.
You all right?
Well, well.
Blood side
More
effects.
of us every day.
Oh, but there's a big one we don't mention, isn't there?
Okay, hallucinogenic salad. Let's do this. We're trespassing.
Playing hard to get, are we? A man's home is his castle.
Can't we just agree to disagree? Maybe if I hadn't smoked in
sugar.
high school, I could carry a bit more.
All right, what can I get rid of? I gotta get rid of something. Knocker and a shovel, we need those. Get rid of some of those. We'll eat. Okay. We'll take a healing.
More. I need more mushrooms.
Shovel and a potato.
He's got blood on his hands.
I can't see her. I need more mushrooms.
Just lie down.
More mushrooms.
All right, so we got to go upstairs.
This isn't your house.
That's the one. You want to play hide and seek? I'm done. It's I can't.
Okay.
Fine. I've got better things to do than chase your ass across town.
We need to go upstairs. Keep the lights on. Coffee beans. Dig spot. Another dig spot.
Who's gonna clean that?
Rancid stew. We don't want that. Lead pipe. All right, let's go upstairs. Ah, read me.
Mushrooms? They're taking hallucinogenic mushrooms. That's not good. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Well.
Okay.
What have we come to?
All right, read
Maybe
me.
I can use these for something that doesn't involve throwing myself off a roof. This could be useful. I can't run with all this stuff. You better throw something away before something starts chasing you.
Teacup. All right. So got plenty of mushrooms. What do we not need? Don't think we need the sugar. We can toss that. Don't know that we need the bleach. We can get rid of that. Short spike we're gonna need. Can we make anything? Let's make more healing balm. Make another repair kit. More torch. We'll use up our metal bits. And how did we end up with more weight than we started out with? That's crazy. Strange, we need that. Disposable safe cracker. Rubbing alcohol. It's a crafting ingredient. Caltrips. No, I don't even use those. Let's get rid of those. Alright, quests. Oh. Still need to find a sewing kit. Let's do the Cult of Jack. But first, let's go and deposit some of our stuff. Because we need to get out of here. Okay. Where is our access hatch? There we go.
All rotting, like the food.
At least I don't have to wear that idiotic mask. anymore.
Oedipus didn't know what he was doing.
But he tore out his eyes anyway, didn't he?
All right. Where's our hatch? Should be right in there.
It could be worse, I think.
At least you can drink from the pumps here.
But if the war's over...
Go back where you came from! Mark of the beast!
He's got blood on his hands!
There's the one who did it! There!
Can I get in before they kill me? No, I can't. And I lead them away.
Remember the 5th of November?
God, I'm knackered. Where's a bed?
I need to go back that way to get to the hatch.
Sorry.
Okay, well, they're not after me anymore, but I need to find a way into that hatch.
What rough beast slouches towards the house?
You... you murderer!
Do we really have to do this?
Nobody saw me. Nobody saw it. Didn't see a thing. Yes. All right. Oh, time to stretch. Oh. Don't know what I'm gonna do for dinner tonight. Probably something with zucchini. Riding boots. Sunshine. Hallucinogen? You'll be tougher for a while. Go another mile with Ferromile. Increases stamina regeneration for a short time. Nice. Okay. What else can I make? Anything? Rick the stunt duck. All right. Let's see. I should take everything.
Oh, come on, you pack rat. You can't take all this with you. Right.
And see what I can
Not
make.
going anywhere with all this stuff. I better jettison some.
See if I can make anything. I can't even move. Haha. All right, let's get rid of it all. That. Okay. A lot of torches, so we'll leave some of them back. Let's see. Can we move now? Still can't move. Got a lot of stuff here. Let's see. Nope, can't make anything, so. Let's put the stuff away.
You gotta drop some stuff, Arthur, or it's gonna be tediously slow going.
Black powder. Haven't had any use for the black powder. Nope, we need to keep the canteens on us. But we'll get rid of the glass. We need the healing balm. Toasted chicory. All right, caught a bad bug. Yeah, that's a cure for the plague, so we'll keep that on us. And I think we're good. We still need a sewing kit. Do I have a sewing kit? Let's see. Do I have a sewing kit in here? No, we need to go buy a sewing kit. Okay. Well, we've reduced our weight quite a bit. And there. All right. Double knocker. What's a double knocker? We need rock, duct tape, and a branch. Ooh. So we got a branch. Do we have some duct tape? I don't see duct tape. No, we do not have duct tape. Okay. Let's go to inventory. We need all that. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see.
Good. All ready for my next visit back here.
That'll be good. And we do need to sleep.
Sleep. The poor man's dinner.
Okay. And it is 8 a.m. in the game. All right, before we go out, I'm going to just take a quick break. So I will be right back. While we're waiting, I will put on something for us to watch for just a second. And let's see. Let's see, do we have anything fun to watch? I'm sure we have something fun. What do we got? Well, let's pick a short. And let's see. Here we go. All right, I will be right back.
What's this? Animation, Charles Mackinson. Musical direction, Carl W. Stallings. Story, Dave Monahan. Supervision, Fred Avery. Tortoise meets hare. Tortoise meets hare? Tortoise meets hare? What? These screwy guys don't know what they're talking about. What, a big bunch of joints? Now you ought to know. I work for them. Where's that turtle? Let me at it. I'll show him. Where's that stoop? Hey, you turtle! Come out of there! Or I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. Oh, sorry. Pardon me. Wrong story. Come on out of there, Superman! Come on out! Now listen, you. If you think you can beat me, you...
Hello?
Now, if you think you can beat me...
Yes?
Now, what's all this about a turtle beating a rabbit? Why, you measly little shriveled up dope, you know darn well I can beat you any day in a week. You know that, don't you?
No.
No? No, he says. Well, I'll tell you what I will do, stupid. I'll bet you $10 I can beat you.
You got a bet there, mister.
Hey, Seabiscuit, you all set?
Yeah, I guess so.
Get on your mark.
You know, I was just thinking to myself, I'm not sure what Twitch's copyright policy is. I should look that up.
Hello, operator. Give me Chester Turtle.
Chester Turtle.
Hello, Chester. Cecil. Oh, what do you say, Cease? Chet, you know that slicker rabbit I made the $10 bet with? Yeah? Well, the sucker just left here. Call the boys and tell him to be ready when he comes by. Give him the works.
All right. All right, let's go back to the game. That's what we're here for anyway. Let's save it while we're here. All right. And let's go back up. Walk to another hatch, or we'll go up the ladder. We'll go up the ladder. Okay.
Why'd you take the vanilla? You know it doesn't work for you. How could you forget that?
Have you been sleeping all right?
Clothes make the man, don't they? No one likes a naked person.
All right, so we need to go and loot 3 houses to do the Cult of Jack.
Am I my brother's keeper? Am I?
How many hours would it take to fill the Albert Hall?
We're always rotting.
Like the food.
This is for the benefit of Mr. Kite.
Mr.
The rabbit
Kite.
has come to tea. The rabbit has come to tea.
My side effects. Oh.
Coded messages. I wonder what they actually mean in the game. That would be a fun thing to find out. You know, what they actually mean. If there's a... If it's part of a story arc. That would be fun to find out. Okay, so we need to loot some houses. That was one. And we got a power cell. We're trespassing, so we need to make sure we're not seen. Come on, buddy.
We're not bloody bed and breakfast, are we? Get You're not from here.
You did it, didn't you?
I see you, you murderer.
Now we see the violence
All right.
inherent in the system.
Gotta pick the lock, and we gotta loot this chest. And we got another dig spot. Okay. One more house to loot. Can we sneak past them?
Who are you hiding? Do you mind?
Just, watching the day go by.
I'm concealed. Nothing to see here. Alright. So I need to get up there somehow. Alright. Alright, so I looted 3 houses. Now I need to power on the TV. Where's the TV?
Where are the Americans? Where are the Russians?
So the TV I think is in here. Oh, actually it was right outside, wasn't it? There we go.
And now, it's once again time for I Hear You, the part of our show where Jack Worthing, that's me, answers your letters and questions about our life in Wellington Wells.
All right.
Let's see what Rosalie Millie Scott has to say. Wait a second. Do I detect a hint of roses? Oh, Rosalie. If this is a love letter, it's going to be very embarrassing when I read it out in the air. Dear Uncle Jack. That's better, isn't it? Whose uncle are you? Are you my uncle? I don't remember having an uncle. Dear Rosalie, oh, how I wish I were your uncle.
Want them
Because you seem like a lovely girl.
stop screaming.
I'm not
That's all.
biologically anybody's uncle. I just feel like I'm an uncle. And many of your fellow viewers feel like I'm their uncle too. So It just sort of grew like dandelions. And you know how difficult it is to uproot dandelions? They just keep growing back, which is lovely because you can eat them. Did you know that? But I digress.
So what's going to happen when it reaches 0?
All you need to know, my dear, is that I feel as fond of you as any uncle ever could. I hope you feel just as fond of me. All right.
Aww. And now they're all depressed.
Didn't we go to school together? Miss Bing's class?
Sometimes. In the shadows. I think I see eyes.
Alright, well, that was anticlimactic. So we still need to get a sewing kit. To finish off the treehouse. And then we'll take care of lilies of the field. So let's find someone we can shop with. You know, we may have to go somewhere else. Let's do some dig spots. Got a lot of dig spots piling up. We should do some of those. And then we'll go get a sewing kit. There we go. Pick those up on the way. Can only get that one at night. We'll make a little side trip over here, pick some of these. There we go. Got a lot of zucchini.
If it wasn't for the war, I bet he could have been a great scientist. You don't have to chit-chat to be a scientist.
Got a lot of zucchini over there, so I think I'm gonna make some zucchini pickles. Pickle some zucchini and preserve that. Because honestly, I don't know what else to do with them. Can only have so much zucchini curry. Rescue poor Ralph from the mob. Where's Ralph? Maudlin makes you strong.
Motoring makes you strong.
A man's home is his castle.
Come on!
Can't
You did
kill
it!
us all.
Okay.
Oh, God. I feel terrible.
Well, you're standing right in the middle of that crap. Of course you feel terrible. Shovel, lead pipe, another shovel. I thought our vacuum could soak that stuff up. What book is that? So we got some stew, so that's good. Let's eat a stew. And we're still making our way to the dig site. All right, here we are. Nice. Enchanted rocks. Okay. Enchanted rocks. That's something. I haven't seen that before.
Every now and then, you hear someone talk about diamond. What's a diamond? Well, a diamond
Canteen, music box, cricket bat, short spike. All right. Any other dig spots? Yeah, I know we can. Let's go back and see if we can clean up the spill.
Endanger the mental health of everyone around by bringing them down. He or she may try to draw you into a conversation about long ago events, or he may try to convince you that his life is not happy, or even that your life is not happy. Don't be fooled. The moment you realize you're talking to a downer, you should stop listening to him right away. He needs help, and listening to him won't help anyone.
Oh, Dud German bomb. Oh, wow. I hadn't seen that before. That was interesting. Okay, so we should be able to use our extractor to clean up the spill. Yes, harvest. There we go. And that should fill up some of our energy cells. Right? Let's see. Where are the empty cells? So we got power cells and we've got 6 empty power cells. So if I'm right, this should allow us to refill them. Use to power various electrical devices. Only had some modeling to put into it. Yes. Least Jolly Broly. Weaponized umbrella. Okay. A music box. Mother's Little Helper. Nice. So maybe we could only recharge them at a workstation? All right, let's go back to our hut here. Honeybee nest, abandoned house, or we could do another dig spot. Let's do another dig spot.
Supreme executive power. Mom must derive from
Supreme executive power. Alright, that's the treehouse again. And our dig spot's coming up right here. Nice. Okay. You've received TNT. Spiky brick. A vomit bomb. Alright, so where are we going now? What are we doing? Treehouse. Biological hazard. Alright. So I need to give him some sick-up tea. Okay. Do I have any? I don't know that I do. What do I need to make sick-up tea? Alright, now we've got some. Let's go give it to him. We'll save Ralph. We'll get him up and going and tip-top shape in no time.
the moving finger rights and having writ.
I missed Ralph.
Nor all your piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel harbour line.
There we go. Just pick up those on the way. So we're gonna help Ralph out and see if that finishes the quest. And I think we might be getting a delivery. Hold on a sec.
I just want them to stop screaming. That's all. Supreme executive power
Okay, sorry about that.
derived from a mandate from the masses.
Okay, yeah. Had to go out and grab a delivery. My son's boots came in. He ordered some really nice work boots. Steel toe and whatnot. So I wanted to make sure I got those before they were just left out there. Didn't want the dogs to get up on them and, you know. You're welcome, Ralph.
Thanks, mate. I think I need it. It's a bit vomity, but I got most of the motoline back in there.
All right. So we did that. And I think that quest is done. Alrighty. So, yeah. Let's make it back to our access, and then we'll call it a day. 'Cause I've got to get dinner started and tidy up a bit here. Make sure everything is good and ship shape for the family.
Oedipus didn't know what he was doing.
Do a little run, get closer.
Maybe I should sit down for a bit.
Arthur, you should be in great shape by now. We're running everywhere. Alright. We still need a sewing kit so we can craft that suit of blending. Who knows? Maybe it'll help, right?
Answer your letters and questions about our lives in Wellington Wells. Let's see what Rosalie Millie Scott has to say. Wait a second. Do I detect a hint of roses?
Stop the movie. Oh, God, please.
Alright, we're almost there.
All those years on joy. We'll never get them back, will we?
Nope. Nope, you won't. Where is that hatch? Can I refill here? Nope, can't refill. Track access hatch.
Supreme
It's around here somewhere. There it is. All right. Okay. Let's save it. And we'll quit. Okay. All right, my peeps, my critters. Let's say hi to our chickens. Make sure they're okay. Our lovely mother cluckers. Yep, they're just chilling out there. Lazy day. And I will see you all. If not tomorrow, definitely on Monday. All right? Thank you very much for joining me. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you later.